Hello viewers, today's question is a circle is drawn with origin as the center and passes through the point which does not lie in the interior of the circle. So here the word interior is within, okay, within the circle. So this is our circle and this circle is drawn with center as origin. Okay, so this is the center of the circle and this circle passes through the point. You see the point has only the x value and the y value is 0. So obviously the point lies on the x-axis, right? So this is our diagram. Now we are going to find which of these points does not lie in the interior of the circle, right? So as a first step here we are calculating the radius. So radius is, again you see, this is our radius, right? Distance from the center to the circumference. So here again this gives, origin gives x1 y1 and this gives x2 y2. Again here we are making use of the distance formula. So distance formula is x2 minus x1. So here it is 13 by 2 the whole square plus 0 minus 0 the whole square. So finally the answer is 6.5. Now we consider the first point, minus 3 by 4 comma 1. Again here also we are going to calculate the distance between the origin and this point, right? So again the thing is, here it is x1 y1 and here it is x2 y2. So again we are making use of the distance formula. So here the distance formula is x2 minus x1. So minus 3 by 4 the whole square, because here it is 0. And again here plus 1 minus 0 the whole square, therefore it is 1. Right. So again 1 square is again 1. So minus 3 by 4 whole square is 9 by 16 plus 1. So which is 25 by 16, which is equal to 5 by 4. So once you solve here, the answer is 1.25, which is less than the radius, that is 6.5. Next consider this point 2 comma 7 by 3. Again 2 minus 0, right? We are comparing the distance, we are finding the distance between this point and this point. So again making use of the distance formula. So this is my x1 y1 and this is my x2 y2. So x2 minus x1. So 2 minus 0 the whole square plus 7 by 3 minus 0 the whole square. So here it is 4 plus 49 by 9, which is, when you find the LCM and everything, here you got the answer as root of 85 by 3, which is 28.34. And again when you find the square root of 28.34, how it is? You see 5 5s are 25, right? So 25, the remainder is 3, and again I am bringing down these 2 digits and I am crossing the point. So I am keeping a point over here, right? Anyway it is 5 point something. So no need to calculate the entire thing. Anyway this 5 point is less than the radius, which is 6.5, right? So this point also lies within the circle, lies within the interior of the circle. The next is 5 comma minus 2. Again the same thing, 5 minus 0 the whole square, which is 5 square, and minus 1 by 2 minus 0 the whole square, which is minus 1 by 2 square. So what is 5 square? It is 25, and 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4. And again you see, when you find the value, it is 25 into 4, it is 100, 100 plus 1, 101 by 4. So again here when you find this, no need to go with square root, just I make it simple. For example, let this be 100, okay? There is no much difference between 100 and 101. If it is 100 by 4, then what will be our answer? Our answer will be 25, right? So what is square root of 25? Again it is something 5 point something. Again this 5 point is less than our radius 6.5. Therefore this point also lies within the circle, okay? Within the circle or lies in the interior of the circle. Next we are going with minus 6 comma 5 by 2. So again the same thing over here. This is my x1 y1 and this is my x2 y2. So minus 6 minus 0 the whole square, which is minus 6 square. And here it is 5 by 2 minus 0 the whole square, which is 5 by 2 square. So 6 square is 36 and 5 by 2 whole square is 25 by 4. So once you simplify, you got the answer as 6.5. You see all the 3 points, they have the value which is less than 6.5, but this point has exactly the value of 6.5. Therefore this point D lies outside the circle, right? Or in other words, this point does not lie in the interior of the circle, right? Therefore our option D is the correct one.